China has officially launched its so-called Han Japan ban, advising citizens to avoid travel to Japan and halting Japanese film screenings. In just 4 days, 500,000 tickets to Japan were cancelled, and a backlash against Japanese companies is taking shape.
중국 정부가 일본 여행 자제와 일본 영화 상영 중단을 권고하며 이른바 한일령이 본격화하고 있습니다. 나흘 만에 일본행 항공권 50만 장이 취소되고 일본 기업 불매 움직임도 나타나고 있습니다. Now, this very recent China-Japan tension, it traces back to Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi's remarks, doesn't it?
Yes, so the Prime Minister commented on a potential intervention in Taiwan, and that's a very sensitive topic for China, so it escalated diplomatic tensions. And on the 18th of this month, China lodged a strong protest with Japan, demanding that Takaichi withdraw those remarks about Taiwan as well. So there was a video that was widely circulated showing Chinese officials with hands in pockets while Japanese officials appeared awkward and bowed, and that also drew attention. It's similar, I guess, to the situation here after THAAD, right, in 2016, and we saw the no career products and bans of dramas and K-pop stars, etc. So the Chinese government has outright advised citizens to refrain from traveling to or studying in Japan, and Japanese films have been postponing their releases indefinitely as well. Unbelievable.
And some of these cinemas, they have actually gone so far as to refund tickets for these Japanese films.
Wow.
They say, okay, well, now we have a policy. If you don't want to see it anymore, we will give you the full amount back.
Interesting.
And if you go back to 2016, the situation in Korea, that did leave a huge economic impact on Korean exports of K-beauty, K-culture as well.
Yeah, tourism was booming from China then, right?
이번 중일 갈등은 일본 다카이치 총리의 대만 유사시 개입 발언에서 시작됐는데요. 중국 국민들이 분노하고 있고 또 이제 외교 긴장 또한 고조되고 있습니다. 18일 베이징에서 양국 외교 담당 국장들이 만났는데 중국 측은 주머니에 손을 넣고 반대로 일본은 고개 숙인 영상과 사진이 온라인에 여기저기 이제 빠르게 확산되고 있죠. 지난 2016년 한국의 사드 배치 결정에 대한 보복으로 이른바 한알령을 내렸던 것처럼 이번엔 일본 상대로 한일령을 본격화했습니다. Some of the comments that I saw online, though, what has been filtered to me, because you have to understand Chinese social media that doesn't really mix well with the English or the Korean spoken social media platforms. But what has been filtered down to me is that with many of the trips from China to Japan being cancelled, the Japanese are saying, good.
Oh, there's a lot of over-tourism there as well in Japan, just generally, not just from China, right? They're going to introduce that tax as well for tourists. So maybe they're saying, we don't need you.
We don't need you. And there has been underlying tension simmering long before this recent debacle.
Oh dear, yeah. And so that 500,000 tickets that have been cancelled, that accounts for more than 30% of total bookings as well. So
That's
huge impact, I'm sure the economy of Japan will not be so happy.
Yeah, definitely not. It's the hardest hit this in tourism sector of Japan. 그래서 나흘 만에 일본행 항공권 50만 장이 취소됐는데 전체 예약의 무려 32%나 됩니다. 반면 Korea's benefiting from this.
Fingers crossed we get more Chinese tourists, I guess. You know, every cloud has a silver lining. So we are now the top overseas destination for Chinese travelers.
한국은 반사 이익을 보고 있는데 일본을 제치고 중국인 인기 해외 여행지 1위로 부상했습니다. Okay, so we are talking about this ban, B-A-N.
Yeah, if you ban something, you're forbidding it, right? You're not allowed to do it. So they're going to ban these movies, you could say.
Ban, 금지이죠. And halt something, H-A-L-T.
Yeah, in the similar kind of category of words, I suppose, but it means more to stop something, right?
뭐뭐를 중단하다, 멈추게 하다라고요. Backlash. So when something happens and there's a backlash against that, what does that mean?
Yeah, a lot of public outcry against something, like negative comments to something or reaction to something.
So we're seeing a huge backlash to the Japanese Prime Minister's comments. 강한 반발, 역풍이라는 뜻이고요. China has officially launched its so-called Han Japan ban, advising citizens to avoid travel to Japan and halting Japanese film screenings. In just 4 days, 500,000 tickets to Japan were cancelled, and a backlash against Japanese companies is taking shape. On to our final story for the evening.
Good news for Tom Cruise. Hollywood actor Tom Cruise finally clinched his first ever Oscar trophy 44 years into his career. When his name was called as the recipient of the Academy Honorary Award, fellow filmmakers gave him a standing ovation that lasted around 2 minutes.
할리우드 배우 톰 크루즈가 데뷔 44년 만에 생애 첫 오스카 트로피를 품에 안았습니다. 공로상 수상자로 크루즈의 이름이 호명되자 약 2분간 동료 영화인들의 기립박수가 이어졌습니다. So he had never won an Oscar before this.
I couldn't believe it, to be honest. You just assume, because he's been around for so long in so many
Right.
big movies, he would have won. But
I thought he would have had already 3.
yeah, like if someone asked you. But it's a curious quirk of the film industry that he hasn't, even more than 4 decades into this super successful career. But it's not always the popular films or the popular actors that get the Oscars. We know
Yes.
that. It's for acting talent. Not saying he's not a talented actor. But yeah, the honorary award is what he got. So I don't know if this would even make him feel better, because honorary awards are kind of different to the ones that the
Category.
panel is voting on and
Right.
everything, right? So this is like an outstanding lifetime achievement thing.
So I think it's kind of 2-track, isn't it? You want both categories. So one that people vote on and one
Yeah.
given by the governors of the Academy.
Both would be good.
Both
yeah.
would be good. 네, 톰 크루즈 데뷔 44년 만에 아카데미 명예 공로상을 받았습니다. As we mentioned, Governor's Award는 우리가 흔히 TV에서 보는 그 오스카 시상식
네.
하면서 모든 연예인들이 나와 드레스 입고 막 한 몇 시간 동안 진행되는 거 그거랑은 다른 거예요.
그거 아니죠. 네.
트로피는 똑같이 생겼는데 Governor's Award, it's a bit more private affair, isn't it?
Yeah, and I guess maybe it is harder to get because you need to have a body of work over many years. So he looked very happy, right? And I believe we've got an audio clip, right,
Yeah.
of what he said there.
Let's take a listen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you
Teaching English
moved.
is not what I do, it's who I am. That's for me. Why?
that's
It's not
hilarious.
cheesy, it's real.
맞습니다. 피터 빈트도 스피치 하시면 저희가 스피치 101에서 다뤄드리도록
그거
하겠습니다.
빼앗길 거야. 네, that's a good phrase. I liked it.
김정원님, Mission Impossible 보면 정말 상을 주고 싶어지죠. 열정과 재능이 빛나요. 보는 The 4th of July 보면 연기도 잘하시는데 수상은 늘 불발됐던 것 같아요.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and he also has such a big hand in making a lot of his films, and he does
Yeah.
all his stunts for lots of things as well. He's so impressive.
That's right. So he has clinched his first Oscar. Clinch.
Yeah, to clinch something literally means like to grip it, right, and get it in your hands. So you can think of this both literally and figuratively, right?
Yeah.
He did grab it with his hand as well.
It kind of, when I hear this word, I imagine a strong grip, not a light grip.
Yeah,
But
of
it's
course.
clinch.
To clinch onto something, right? To hold
거머쥐다.
something.
네, 손에 넣다 이런 뜻입니다. And standing ovation 잘 아시겠지만 기립박수이고요. Here's the article. Hollywood actor Tom Cruise finally clinched his first ever Oscar trophy 44 years into his career. When his name was called as the recipient of the Academy Honorary Award, fellow filmmakers gave him a standing ovation that lasted around 2 minutes. Okay, that is a wrap for this evening's Evening News.